Hey there, fellow time travelers. Welcome back to Einstein's universe, where we dive deep into the mysteries of the universe. In today's mind-blowing video, we are going to explore the top 10 mind-bending theories about time travel. Buckle up and get ready to have your mind blown. Theory 1: the grandfather paradox. The grandfather paradox is actually not a real-life event, but rather a thought experiment or a paradox that deals with the concept of time travel. It's often used to highlight the logical inconsistencies that could arise if one were to travel back in time. The grandfather paradox poses the following scenario. Imagine you invent a time machine and travel back to a time when your grandfather was a young man, before he had children. If you were to prevent him from meeting your grandmother, it would mean one of your parents would never be born, and subsequently, you would never be born either. This leads to a paradox. If you were never born, how could you have traveled back in time to prevent your grandfather from meeting your grandmother? Why it's a paradox? The grandfather paradox creates a logical inconsistency in our understanding of time and causality. If you were never born, you couldn't have traveled back in time. But if you did travel back and prevent your grandparents from meeting, then you couldn't have been born to do it. This loop creates a paradox, an inconsistency that challenges our understanding of time and causality. The grandfather paradox is a popular subject in science fiction stories involving time travel, from literature to movies and TV shows. It serves to illustrate the complexity and potential dangers of altering past events, and is often used as a cautionary tale about the unintended consequences of time travel. While the grandfather paradox remains a theoretical concept and hasn't actually occurred as far as we know, it continues to be a subject of fascination and debate among physicists, philosophers, and fans of science fiction alike. Theory 2: wormholes and black holes. Wormholes, the theoretical tunnels through space-time. What are wormholes? Wormholes are hypothetical passages through space-time, offering shortcuts for long journeys across the universe. They are solutions to the Einstein field equations for gravity that were first conceptualized by physicists Albert Einstein and Nathan Rosen. Why they're intriguing? Wormholes are interesting because they propose a viable method of time travel or ultra-fast travel across space. Unlike black holes, which only have an entry point, wormholes would have an entry and an exit point, allowing for travel both ways. This has been a popular subject in science fiction for years. Despite the theoretical foundation, there's currently no empirical evidence to support the existence of wormholes. Many physicists argue that even if they do exist, they would be unstable and collapse before anything could travel through them. Wormholes have been a popular plot device in science fiction, often used as a method for characters to travel great distances in a short amount of time. Like in the movies Contact and Interstellar, black holes, the cosmic vacuum cleaners. What are black holes? Black holes are regions of space-time where gravity is so strong that not even light can escape from it. They are formed when a star undergoes a gravitational collapse, leaving behind a point in space with infinite density known as a singularity. Why they are fascinating? Black holes have long fascinated scientists and laypeople alike because they represent the ultimate unknown. They are regions where our current understanding of physics breaks down, and new theories, such as string theory, are often invoked to explain them. In recent years, black holes have moved from theory to observation. The Event Horizon Telescope project produced the first ever image of a black hole in 2019. This was a monumental milestone in astrophysics and opened up new avenues for research. Black holes also occupy a prominent place in popular culture and science fiction. They are often portrayed as mysterious regions capable of swallowing entire starships, or even as gateways to other dimensions or times, as seen in movies like Event Horizon or The Black Hole. Both wormholes and black holes challenge our understanding of the universe, time, and space. They remain hot topics of research and discussion among scientists, and they've captured the public imagination through their depiction in popular media. While we've yet to find a wormhole, our increasing understanding of black holes through new observations and mathematical models gives us hope that we might one day unlock the secrets of these enigmatic phenomena. Theory 3: Time dilation. What is time dilation? Time dilation is a difference in the elapsed time, as measured by two observers, due to a relative velocity between them, or to a difference in gravitational potential between their locations. It's a fundamental concept that comes from Albert Einstein's theory of relativity. The two types, special and general. In special relativity, time dilation occurs because the speed of light is always constant. When an object moves relative to an observer, the object's time appears to dilate or slow down from the point of view of the stationary observer. This effect is most noticeable at speeds close to the speed of light. General relativity. In general relativity, time dilation occurs in the presence of a gravitational field. Clocks that are far from a massive object, or at higher gravitational potentials, run faster compared to clocks that are close to the massive object. Why it's mind-boggling. Time dilation is a mind-boggling concept because it defies our everyday understanding of time. It suggests that time isn't uniform and can flow differently depending on speed and gravity. This has been demonstrated in experiments where atomic clocks on fast-moving jets or satellites tick more slowly compared to those on Earth. One practical application of time dilation is in the Global Positioning System (GIPS). The satellites in orbit experience both types of time dilation. They move quickly, and they are farther from the Earth's gravitational field. To keep the system accurate, the onboard clocks are adjusted to account for time dilation effects. Time dilation is often explored in science fiction, whether it's space travelers aging more slowly than their loved ones on Earth or characters using high gravity environments to skip ahead in time. The concept has been a storytelling staple in works like Interstellar and Planet of the Apes. Time dilation serves as a fascinating example of how reality can be counterintuitive, challenging our basic understandings of time and space, though it might seem like the stuff of science fiction. It's a scientifically verified phenomenon that even has practical applications in our daily lives. From understanding the fundamental laws of physics to helping us navigate with guests, time dilation continues to be a crucial concept that teaches us about the very fabric of our universe. Theory 4: Closed time-like curves. What are closed time-like curves? Closed time-like curves are a theoretical solution to the equations of general relativity that describe paths an object could follow within space-time to loop back and meet its past self. Essentially, CHETAS would allow for the possibility of time loops, and therefore, time travel. The idea of closed time-like curves comes from the solutions to Einstein's field equations, especially in the context of rotating black holes, also known as Kerr black holes, in a region around a Kerr black hole known as the ergosphere. It's theorized that CHETs could exist. One of the major issues with CHETs is that they give rise to paradoxes, like the famous grandfather paradox. If someone were to travel back in time and alter an event, say, preventing their grandfather from meeting their grandmother, it would create a logical inconsistency. Would they cease to exist? CHETs make these questions not just philosophical, but also physical concerns. Many physicists are skeptical about the real-world existence of CHETs due to these paradoxes. Also, quantum effects could potentially prevent the formation of CHETs. Some solutions propose that the universe has a way of self-correcting any paradoxes. But these theories are purely speculative at this point. Closed time-like curves have been a rich vein for science fiction, explored in stories and movies where characters revisit past events or meet their past selves. Popular works that explore this concept include 12 Monkeys, Looper, and even comedic takes like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Closed time-like curves challenge our understanding of time, causality, and the nature of reality itself. While they are an exciting mathematical curiosity, the laws of physics as we currently understand them seem to resist such straightforward time travel. Yet, the questions they raise about time and reality ensure that CHETs will remain a fascinating, contentious topic in both scientific and philosophical discussions. Theory 5: Multiverse Theory. What is the multiverse theory? The multiverse theory posits that our universe is not the only one. Instead, it is just one among an infinite number of universes that exist parallel to each other. These universes can vary in physical laws, the arrangement of matter, and even the concepts of time and space. The multiverse theory is an astounding proposal that our universe isn't unique. Instead, imagine it as just one drop in an endless cosmic ocean, each drop representing a different universe with its own rules and realities. Sounds straight out of a sci-fi book, right? But let's break it down. There are different levels or types of multiverses. Level 1 universes similar to ours. Same rules, but different events. Imagine a world where you chose a different breakfast today. Level 2 here, things get wild, universes with entirely different laws of physics. A place where maybe you can fly? Level 3, quantum mechanics at play. Universes are born from the endless possibilities at the atomic level. Level 4, the limitless universes. No bounds, encompassing every mathematical possibility. Mind boggled yet? Hold on, there's more. In a multiverse, those time travel movies might make more sense. Go back, change something, and voila, a new universe emerges, leaving ours untouched. It's like having endless save points in a video game. But as intriguing as it sounds, the multiverse theory has its skeptics. The main criticism: it's nearly impossible to prove or disprove, making it a borderline scientific concept. Yet, it's a concept that fascinates us, teasing the boundaries between science, philosophy, and even art. From the realms of Marvel and DC Comics to the twists in Stranger Things, and the multiversal adventures in Doctor Strange and Into the Spider-Verse. The idea of a multiverse is a goldmine for creativity. It's a concept that resonates with us, probably because it appeals to our endless curiosity about the what-ifs of life. So, are we alone in this vast cosmic dance? Or are there infinite versions of us waltzing along? While we might not have concrete answers, yet the journey of exploration is exhilarating. Theory 6: Time-traveling aliens. Where physics meets science fiction. The existence of time-traveling aliens would blur the line between science fiction and reality. These beings would need to be so advanced in both technology and physics that they could manipulate not just space but also time. Think of spacecrafts equipped with something akin to warp drives for time travel, based on speculative solutions to Einstein's field equations of general relativity. In the realm of time travel, the possibilities extend beyond human endeavors and raise intriguing questions about how extraterrestrial beings might navigate the temporal landscape. While the theoretical foundations for alien time travel share similarities with human concepts, they introduce unique challenges and paradoxes that add layers of complexity to this speculative topic. One intriguing theoretical avenue for time-traveling aliens is the use of wormholes, hypothetical tunnels that could provide shortcuts through space-time. Much like in human theories, these alien beings would face the daunting challenges of stabilizing wormholes and generating the immense energy required to keep them open. These tunnels in the fabric of space-time could potentially connect distant points in the universe, enabling beings to traverse not only great cosmic distances, but also leap across temporal dimensions. Another potential approach involves exploiting the phenomenon of time dilation, where relativistic speeds alter the perception of time. Aliens could achieve time travel by traveling at near-light speeds, experiencing time at a slower rate compared to those on Earth. This would effectively propel them into the future. Yet this method may not grant the ability to reverse their journey and return to their original timeline. Let's talk about closed time-like curves. The concept of closed time-like curves, while posing paradoxes, could also be a consideration for alien time travelers. Similar to human scenarios, altering past events could lead to contradictions, jeopardizing the existence of these beings. Navigating this challenge would require a solution that preserves causality, while allowing for their own presence in the timeline. So I think you also have questions about paradoxes and philosophical. The paradoxes that haunt human time travel also extend to time-traveling aliens. The grandfather paradox, wherein altering the past could prevent one's own existence, presents a significant quandary. Do these alien beings adhere to similar causal restrictions? Or do they transcend our understanding of logic and cause and effect? Furthermore, the notion of time-traveling aliens sparks philosophical inquiries. Could they be the enigmatic gods and deities that humans have revered throughout history? Alternatively, are they explorers hailing from parallel universes, navigating the temporal landscape to interact with our reality? The concept of time-traveling aliens has long captured human imagination, finding its place in various forms of storytelling. In the iconic Doctor Who series, a time-traveling alien known as a Time Lord traverses time and space. Similarly, the movie Star Trek First Contact explores the endeavor of an alien species attempting to manipulate historical events for their benefit. Theory 7: Time travel as information. Some scientists propose that time travel might not involve physically traveling through time, but rather transmitting information or consciousness. This concept suggests that we could potentially send our thoughts, or even our entire consciousness, to the past or future. Imagine being able to communicate with people from different time periods without physically being there. Enter the mind-bending concept of time travel as information, a theory that offers a unique perspective on traversing the temporal landscape. Unlike traditional time travel, where physical bodies navigate through time. This theory envisions a scenario where information or consciousness itself becomes the vehicle of exploration. Imagine a world where time travel doesn't involve stepping into a machine or a portal, but rather tapping into the fundamental fabric of the universe through the transmission of thoughts or consciousness. According to this theory, the barriers of space and time could be overcome not by moving physical matter, but by encoding information into a form that transcends temporal limitations. In this scenario, a person's thoughts, memories, or even their entire consciousness could be encoded and sent through the fabric of space-time, reaching moments in the past or future. Imagine being able to communicate with historical figures or future generations, sharing knowledge, insights, and experiences without physically occupying the same time frame. It's as if the essence of an individual's being is projected through time itself. This theory challenges our traditional understanding of travel, replacing the need for physical transportation with the transmission of information. It suggests that the universe may possess hidden channels through which data can flow across temporal dimensions, allowing for a form of interaction that defies the constraints of conventional reality. The implications of time travel as information are profound. It raises questions about the nature of consciousness, the fabric of reality, and the interconnectedness of all moments in time. If thoughts can traverse time, what does that mean for the nature of existence itself? Could our collective knowledge be shared across centuries, fostering a continuous exchange of ideas and experiences? Theory 8: Predestination and Fixed Timeline. According to the theory of predestination, any attempt to change the past would be futile. Time travel would already be a part of history, and any actions taken while time traveling would have already occurred in a fixed timeline. This idea suggests that we are merely players in a predetermined course of events. The theory of predestination delves into the intricate concept of time travel and its potential implications on causality. According to this theory, the idea of altering the past is fundamentally impossible. In a universe where time travel exists, any attempt to change past events would be destined to fail. Why? Because in this framework, the actions taken during time travel would already be accounted for in the historical records. They would have already occurred within a fixed timeline. Imagine a timeline stretching from the past to the present and onward into the future. Within this timeline, the theory of predestination envisions a closed loop, where actions in the future lead to changes in the past, which then influence the same future action. This cyclical process reinforces the notion that events are predetermined and inevitable. Imagine being a traveler in this closed-loop timeline. Your actions while time traveling wouldn't be acts of altering the course of history, but rather fulfilling a role that has already been scripted in the grand narrative of time. Your presence in the past would be a part of the historical events that led to your decision to time travel in the first place, forming a paradoxical loop of cause and effect. This theory challenges our conventional understanding of free will and the malleability of time. It suggests that the concept of changing the past is illusory and that every event, including those involving time travelers, is bound by an immutable sequence of cause and effect. In this perspective, our universe operates as a well-orchestrated play, with each player fulfilling their roles according to a predetermined script. While this theory may present a philosophical puzzle, it also raises intriguing questions about the nature of reality, destiny, and the intricacies of time itself. It's a theory that challenges our intuition and sparks contemplation about the true nature of temporal existence. Theory 9: Time-traveling objects. When we think of time travel, we usually picture people zipping through time, righting wrongs, or exploring the future. But what about objects? From ancient artifacts appearing in the wrong era to futuristic technologies sent back to change history, the concept of time-traveling objects opens up a whole new realm of possibilities and questions. Stay tuned to discover this fascinating angle on time travel that goes beyond human adventurers. One of the most famous UPARTs, or out-of-place artifacts, is the Antikythera mechanism. It's an ancient Greek analog computer, and its complexity has left scientists scratching their heads for decades. How did such an intricate device exist back then? And it's not just the Antikythera mechanism. There are countless objects that challenge our understanding of history. It's like finding a smartphone in ancient Egypt. Then, we have tales of time slips. Imagine walking into a store today and finding a newspaper from World War II. Sounds like fiction, right? But there are numerous accounts of such occurrences. Are they cases of objects that have traveled through time? Or just elaborate hoaxes? It's a tantalizing thought, isn't it? The universe playing little pranks on us, giving us glimpses of different eras. What if we could intentionally send objects back in time? Imagine the impact of sending a modern science textbook to the past. We could potentially change the course of history, accelerating progress, or even preventing tragedies. But of course, there's the age-old concept of time capsules. Objects we send to the future in hopes they'll be discovered. It's our way of communicating with future generations. But what if we could take it a step further using actual time travel? Time-traveling objects open up a Pandora's box of questions. Like, who owns an object that has traveled through time? And what about historical verification? Could something like the Holy Grail exist in several timelines at once? These questions go beyond science and venture into the realms of philosophy and ethics. The implications are vast and mind-boggling, from E.G. Wells' The Time Machine to the iconic Terminator movies. Time-traveling objects have always captivated our imagination. Remember the time turner in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban? A simple object that changed the entire course of events. It's evident that our love for time travel isn't just about the thrill of journeying through the ages, but also the objects that make these journeys possible. Theory 10: Reverse aging and immortality. Last but certainly not least, let's explore the possibility of reversing aging and achieving immortality through time travel. If we can travel to the future, perhaps we could bring back technologies or knowledge that would allow us to halt or reverse the aging process. Imagine living for thousands of years or even forever. First off, let's talk about telomeres. These are the end caps of our chromosomes, kind of like the plastic tips on shoelaces. They get shorter as we age, and some theories suggest that by extending these telomeres, we could slow down the aging process. So why should we care about these tiny biological structures? Well, the idea is that if we can extend these telomeres, we could potentially delay age-related diseases and maybe live longer, healthier lives. Next up, senescent cells. These are cells that lose their function as they age, which leads to aging tissues and eventually aging organisms like us. Some exciting research is looking into replacing or rejuvenating these cells. Imagine if we could just swap out these aging cells for new ones. It'd be like giving your body a fresh start. It's like updating the hardware in your computer. But it's easier said than done. The science of reverse aging. This brings us to CRISPR and gene editing, technologies that are not only revolutionary, but could potentially halt or even reverse aging. Then we have nanotechnology, where tiny machines could repair our cells from the inside. Think of it as hitting the refresh button on your cells. Crazy, right? But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. So you see, art has been grappling with these themes for ages. It's a topic that fascinates us, but also terrifies us. Well, that wraps up our top 10 inventing theories about time travel. We hope your mind is as blown as ours is. Which theory did you find the most fascinating? The multiverse theory or the grandfather paradox? Comment below with R for multiverse and B for grandfather paradox. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you enjoyed this video, let's subscribe for more amazing content. Till next time, keep wondering about the mysteries of the universe. Thank you and see you in my next video.